Folks, what's up? This is Michael, Graveyard Shift, wee hours of the night, with your daily trivia question. All that good stuff. Happy Friday. Whoop, whoop. Finally Friday. We made it, folks. Oh, my goodness. Let's get ready for maybe a little cooler weekend, but it's still going to be nice. It's the weekend. Who cares? Let's just get through Friday. Let's slay the day and get to the weekend. So the answer to the previous trivia question was what was known as the domino theory. This was one of many Cold War policies put forth by President Eisenhower at a famous press conference in April of 1954, which is the focus of the trivia question. This theory suggested that if a communist government in one nation would quickly lead to communist takeovers in neighboring countries, each falling like a perfectly aligned row of dominoes. Okay, so in essence, that was the theory. Now, this ideology, which actually originated from a Security Council report a couple of years prior to Eisenhower's press conference, would dominate U.S. thinking about Vietnam for the next decade, and for the next 3 presidents after him, actually, and for a total of 5 presidents in length. So, and this was especially so under the Johnson administration, if you recall correctly, when the war really escalated during this era. Now, remember, we went through a few thousand soldiers to up to over 500,000 during the Vietnam War. So, in fact, the phrase domino theory became the catchphrase, if you will, an expression used to justify the importance of protecting South Vietnam and the rest of the world from the spread of communism, which in the 1950s, into the 60s, and into the high escalation of the Vietnam War was our biggest fear, communism. So aspects of the domino theory were still present, believe it or not, up until the 1980s. Well, that's actually not very hard to believe. And this was the case to justify the need for American intervention around the world to prevent communism and other threats to democracy and freedom and justice. Now, the domino theory today has largely been discredited, and for quite some time now. It was basically in that it assumed that North Vietnam's goal was to spread communism. And that was even more so the belief with the likes of Russia and China, who are our biggest fears, and with communism coming out of World War II and into the 50s, rather than the actual goal of seeking Vietnamese independence. So additionally, over time, analysts asserted that it was nothing more than have also asserted that the domino theory was nothing more than a propaganda tool of sorts for the U.S. to justify our excuse to intervene anywhere we want to. Now, does that sound familiar? You still hear that argument today. What are we doing over there in that country? You know, what business is that of ours? That's still a theory and an argument that resonates even today. So that's the domino theory going all the way back to Eisenhower. All right, folks, let's wrap up this week with a brand new trivia question. This is a fun trivia question for April 8th. On this day in 1983, I remember watching this during a live television performance and in front of tourists. Famous illusionist David Copperfield makes this disappear. Happy Friday, folks. I'll see you next time. Thanks for all you do. Peace out.